Wowzers. Wowzers. What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah. Coming to you from BucosLocker. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. I'm pointing like I'm, yeah. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Y'all know what it is. Keep supporting the channel. And if you want to donate, y'all know the routine. The donation links are in the description box. All donations are welcome. Donations to support the channel. So, you know, this ain't easy. But yeah, it's game week, folks. It's game week. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. No excuses. Y'all know what it is. It's game week. It's hate week. It's NFC South rivalry week. Our nemesis, the New Orleans, how they say it down here, or how we say it in the South, or if you're proper with the words, New Orleans. It's New Orleans Saints. The Bucs are coming in town this Sunday in a primetime game. Halloween, big game. I don't care about what you say about it's not a big game and all that. It's a big game. It's a big game. But before I get into this topic, this first topic of many topics this week I'm gonna talk about, I'm making separate videos on each team, like each part of the team. So let me give me some shout outs real quick. Steven, what up? William Butler, what up? What we got? What we got here? The Bank of America. Buccaneers for life. BT. Timmy time from Puerto Rico. Okay, salute to you, man. Till the legend. Oh, okay. We got we got a Saints fan here. We got a Saints fan here. Okay. Damian Street, what up, man? Who else we got in the building? Mobbing for Christ, Josh Woodard. So yeah. Shouts out to all my Pirates and Sea Bandits. So, look, this is a big game. You can sit here and downplay the game all you want to. I've seen some people do that already. It's not a big game, and it's not a big deal, and all this stuff. No. It's a big game. It has a lot of implications involved. A lot of hidden storylines in between the teams. So, for those of you that are new to the fan base, that means the New England Patriots fans that are following the Bucs now because of Brady and Gronkowski. The fans that are not real Bucs fans, they're just on the bandwagon until Brady leaves and Gronkowski leaves. I'm gonna need y'all to sit back, buckle up, and be quiet, because this ain't about you. This ain't about the Brady and the Gronkowski thing. This is about Tampa and New Orleans. This ain't about bandwagon fans. I'm not trying to hate on you guys. I know you here for a time frame. I get it. When Brady gone, you guys are gone. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This is all about Tampa and New Orleans, trying to beat New Orleans. Because as history, for years, we've been trying to beat this team consistently. And for some strange reason, we can't beat the New Orleans Saints consistently. Even with Brady. Can't beat them consistently. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm speaking to the fans that are not real Bucs fans. They're only here for the players. You're not considered a Bucs fans. You're just here for a player. So don't take this as hate. You just be quiet, sit back, buckle up, and be quiet, and let the real Bucs fans handle this. This week right here, a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Brady doesn't have a connection with the New Orleans Saints like that, like the actual real Bucs fans and Bucs players, right? Brady got connections with the Broncos, the Colts, the Bills, the Jets, the Chiefs, you know, those teams over there in the AFC. That's where his history at. This is about Tampa Bay, not Tampa Bay, not Tampa Bay, none of that. This is about Tampa Bay Buccaneers as an organization, as a community. The real Bucs fans. Y'all know who I'm talking. Y'all know where I'm coming from. So let's get down to business. Let's talk some Bucs. Let's talk about Tampa Bay Bucs versus the New Orleans Saints. And we'll get into the details about the players, but this ain't about a player. This ain't about two players. This is about the Bucs. Okay? I don't care what the media says and all that. This is about the Bucs and the Saints. So, the first discussion we're going to talk about for the next few, for the next 15 minutes, whatever, the coaching staff. This is the topic for today. Let's try to stay with the topic. The coaching staffs. What up, Dre? What up, Joseph? Ravens. Let's talk about the coaching staffs. So here we got two coaching staffs. We got the Bucs 6-1, and we got the New Orleans Saints 4-2. Two really good coaching staffs. No matter how you feel about a player on the Saints, no matter how you feel about Winston, that's cool. He's not good. That's fine. That doesn't change the fact that the New Orleans Saints have a good coaching staff. Chili Will, what up? That does not change that. Your feelings about one player does not change the fact that the New Orleans Saints got a good coaching staff. And I'm just giving props. I'm talking about football. I'm not coming at it from a hate perspective. I'm just giving respect, even though I want the Bucs to win. But just looking at it, they got a good coaching staff. No matter how you feel about Jameis Winston. Because I know a lot of you are going to focus with the energy on Jameis Winston. Because you focused on one player. You're not focused on the New Orleans Saints as a whole. So with the coaching staffs, one coaching staff has been doing really good. Well, actually, both coaching staff with their situations been doing a pretty good job, right? So we're gonna talk about my team. The Bucs. The Bucs are 6-1. We're looking really good. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We had a couple hiccups that we, the Cowboys, the Patriots. We squeaked out those games, and then we had a stinker a little bit. We had a stinker against the Rams. So when we're 6-1 and we on a 3-game winning streak. We beat three really bad teams, 3 teams that are not playoff teams, 3 teams that I'll be picking in the top 10, top 15, in the draft. So, but it's not our fault. So the coaching staff has did what they're supposed to do. The injuries that has been with the Bucs, they have sustained. They have kept the team together, right? Granted, the offense has been carrying the team. I know I don't like to try to single out. It's a team victory, but the offense for the Bucs has been the front runner right now, and the defense will catch up eventually. I stand on that. The defense will catch up. I'm not fooled by the past defense because we played Jacoby Brissett, who had success, and Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields. I'm not fooled by that. But the coaching staff has been able to maintain the wins and be consistent with getting the dub. Injuries in the secondary, that ain't easy. Losing, 2 or 3 starters for multiple weeks in the secondary. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for the Bucs to be 6-1, that's good. That's really, really good. The Bucs are a top 5 team. Top 5 roster, right? You know what I'm saying? So being able to win 6 games with a lot of injuries, specifically in the secondary, and Gronk has been hurt for 3 weeks. AB has been hurt. Lavonte David, Richard Sherman, Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy-Bunting. But the coaching staff, shout out to Todd Bowles, and he's took a lot of heat from a lot of us. Todd Bowles has been frustrating a lot of us. Come on, the Cowboys game, the Rams game, the Patriots game, and a little bit of the Dolphins game because Jacoby Brissett was chucking the ball around a little bit. But he's been frustrating because he blitzes a lot. He's very aggressive. He's not going to change, folks. We can sit here and be like, oh, Todd Bowles, Todd Bowles, his defense is his defense. Go back to Arizona. That's how he coaches. He's just like the offense, aggressive at least 30% of the time. Oh no, he's 36% of the time he's blitzing almost, right? 36, almost 40% of the time he's blitzing. That's aggressive. He's like top 5 as far as defensive coordinator, as far as blitzing. But the injuries has made some adjustments because you can't really blitz with that secondary missing starters. You got to be careful with that. And we found out the hard way, even when the Bucs secondary was healthy, Todd Bowles was struggling against competent passing offenses. Cowboys, the Rams, 2 playoff teams. And they struggled against Mac Jones, a rookie, which he has a good coaching staff around him. And then we played Matt Ryan. Todd Bowles struggled a little bit at the beginning, and then we took over the game in the second half because the offense just took over. And then the Eagles game was a little weird. You know, the Dolphins game was Jacoby Brissett. Todd Bowles was struggling there. And then the Bears game, Justin Fields, a rookie. I mean, that was just too easy. You know what I'm saying? But there has been parts where the defense, Todd Bowles, has struggled a little bit. He's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. He struggled a little bit. Nobody's perfect. There is no team in the NFL perfect. So get it out your head. There's no coach that's perfect. He struggles a little bit against competent quarterbacks or against a competent offensive coordinator. He struggles a bit. We've seen this before. We've seen it since 2019. Look at the teams that he struggled against versus the teams that don't have competent quarterbacks or competent head coaches or competent offensive scheme. And we'll get to that in a second in more detail. So Todd Bowles this Sunday is not going to be as hard as what you think it's going to be. And I'm basing this on what I've seen up to this point. With Todd Bowles, we're talking about the coaching staffs. Todd Bowles versus Sean Payton's play calling. Now, we're talking about Todd Bowles from 2019 up until now. And if you had to go back to last year, Todd Bowles struggled defending Sean Payton's offensive scheme. Now, granted, it was Drew Brees, all that good stuff. But this ain't the same Saints offense. This Saints offense that Todd Bowles got to don't have to worry about it. All you got to do is worry about one guy. Just worry about one guy. One guy. The Saints offense is not good. They got one playmaker. And I don't know how in the heck, well, I do know, those guys are still 4-2. But Todd Bowles don't have too much to worry about. It's not like Todd Bowles has to adjust his entire defensive scheme like, you know, with the Cowboys and the Rams. Those are explosive offenses. It's hard to kind of scheme against those because they got the weapons on the outside. They got the quarterback. You know, they got all the things in place to give Bucs problems. The Saints don't have that. They got a great coach. They got a great head coach. They got a great offensive scheme, but they don't have the pieces to compete consistently at the top. They'll win some games, but we're not going to talk about the Saints schedule. We're talking about this game. Outside of Alvin Kamara, what do the Saints have offensively that is going to scare the Bucs? Seriously. Even with the injuries in the secondary, what Saint receiver or tight end is going to scare the Bucs? There is no Michael Gallup. There's no Amari Cooper. There's no CeeDee Lamb. There's no Cooper Kupp, no Tyler Higbee, no Robert Woods. No, you know, they don't have. What do we have? Did you see the game last night? Did you see those receivers last night? Did you see the Saints receivers last night? Anytime you are trotting Kevin White and Kenny Stills out there, you got problems. You're giving reps. That's not going to work against the Bucs secondary. Even with our injuries, Kevin White and Kenny Stills is not going to work. The Saints receiving core, that's including the tight ends, even with Kamara catching the ball, bottom 5 weapons in the NFL. Name me 5 teams. Name me. It's 32 teams in the NFL. And I watched the game last night. The Saints' skill position is bottom 5 in the NFL. Right there with the Jets. Probably the Saints' weapon, the Saints' skills position It's probably either 31, 32, or 30. Somewhere, maybe 29. Somewhere up in there. That is horrible. Horrible. Adam Troutman, he's not good. Callaway's not a number 1 or number 2. Kevin White and Kenny Stills, those guys been cut so many dang times. They caught 4 balls last night. Tre'Quan Smith is horrible. He couldn't even line up correctly. They was dropping balls, not running the routes correctly, can't create separation. How Todd Bowles don't have to really stress. He don't. Let's be real. Todd Bowles, this is like, look, Todd. Don't mess this up, fam. Don't mess this up. It's not hard. Don't make this game harder than what it should be. I'm going by what my eyes tell me with the Saints offense. Now, granted, they most likely gonna have Taysom Hill playing, and they're gonna have Deontay Harris playing, which are upgrades for their offense, which makes their offense a little tricky. But still, Deontay Harris provides the speed, and Taysom Hill provides that gadgety stuff, which works on the Bucs for some strange reason. And Deontay can take the top off the defense, and we don't have anybody that can run with him. Jamel Dean, but he's kind of weird with his style of coverage. They do help the Saints offense as far as skill position and a possibility of Michael Thomas playing. I mean, I don't know if that's 100%, but if he plays this game, if Michael Thomas, Taysom Hill, and Deontay Harris play, then that changes things, right? But I don't see Michael Thomas really playing. Taysom Hill and Deontay Harris most likely going to be back because they didn't play against the Seahawks for a reason. So if Michael Thomas don't play, which I think is probably a 85% chance he don't play, he hasn't even practiced. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this: I don't think he's going to play. So let's just eliminate Michael Thomas. Let's just get him out the way. So they're going to have Callaway, Taysom Hill, Deontay Harris, Tre'Quan Smith, Kenny Stills, Kevin White, Adam Troutman, and maybe Nick Van Nett. That's not going to work. So for Todd Bowles, he don't have to make this harder than what it is. Don't make this harder than what it is, Todd Bowles. Really, they got one guy that can hurt us, and that's Alvin Kamara. And if Deontay Harris come back, you got to wait. You got to make sure. Or Juwan, but Deontay Harris over the top, Alvin Kamara, and Taysom Hill when it's gadgety stuff. That's it. But those are not like Alvin Kamara is like a top 5 running back, right? Winston is lucky to have that type of player on the team. He's never had that type of running back. These are facts. He's never had that running back behind him like that. He's never had an Alvin Kamara when he was in Tampa. I mean, let's keep it 100, right? Never had that. You know? But you got to think about this. Todd Bowles, this got to be probably most likely the easiest game for him, right? It's got to be right there with the Chicago Bears, right? Per se, if things are supposed to be had it on paper, right? On paper, it tells you this is not a hard game for the defense to look good in, right? Because of these struggles that the Saints have offensively. And even watching Jameis Winston, you can tell he's not comfortable throwing the ball to that group of receivers. Like, name me a quarterback that will look good with that receiving corps. None of those guys are starters in the NFL. None of those guys are 1s or 2s. A lot of those guys are 3s and 4s and probably not even on the roster. And somehow, some way, these guys, the Saints are 4-2. And now we'll get to the other side in a second. But as far as coaching wise, Todd Bowles can make this really easy. So go look at the secondary. D. Delaney, Antonie Winfield, Mike Edwards, Jordan Whitehead, Jamel Dean, and maybe Richard Sherman. Carlton Davis and Murphy Bunting still out. That's enough. The Saints will, now Sean Payton will test the Bucs secondary bombs away because they got that play in the arsenal because Winston got a big arm. So they will throw the ball down the field at some point in the game, a few times in the game. Oh yeah, Ross Cockrell too. But the Bucs can really sit on that all day. They can sit on and wait for the deep ball because it's coming. He's gonna, trust me, y'all know it's coming. He's gonna throw the ball deep a few times in the game Sunday. Devin White, you put Devin White, Lavonte David on Kamara. And Kamara has killed us over the years. Go back, you don't have to go back too far. 2019, 2020. The Saints have made us miserable. And I'm not talking about the playoffs. We got the game. I get that. I'm talking about 4 regular season games. Kamara, Taysom Hill, for some strange reason, they've been killing us. Devin White, Lavonte David is going to be really big in this game because of Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara. Devin White, you better, I hope your cover skills, I hope you're watching some tape, but you're going to have to cover, fam. Because the Saints trying to run the ball, they are top 10 run offense. So they've been doing good things running the ball. Now, last night they couldn't run the ball. The weather was bad. But they still have a top 10 run offense. And they're going to try to run the ball. Now, good luck with that. Now, the Bucs defense last against the Bears, they gave up a 100-yard rusher. But Kamara's an elite back. So, Kamara, he doesn't have to hurt you with the run game. He can hurt you with the screen game. The Saints, the one thing the Saints do good is the screens. Screen game and deep ball. They're like top level stuff. But in between 5 and 15 yards, they're horrible. They can't get separation. Between 5 and 15-yard throws, they're horrible. Deep balls and screen passes, they're good in. That's not going to work. Now, I'm just looking at it from paper. I'm just looking at it on paper. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the game physically, but on paper, Todd Bowles, don't mess this up. Don't mess this up, man, because if you mess this up, boy, I'm trying to tell you, fam, I'm going to give you one. I'm going to let you have it. All right? Now, on the flip side, Bruce Arians, Byron Leftwich. This is not the Dolphins, the Eagles, the Bears, or even the Cowboys defense in the first game. You caught them early. This is the Saints defense. They're good. You can put the Saints defense up there with the Rams. And y'all gonna see how I tie all this in together. You can put the Saints defense up there with the Rams defense. You can talk all the noise about Winston all you want to. I'm not focused on one player. Look at the Saints team around him. They're still good in certain areas. They're not good at receiver. They're okay at quarterback. Okay at best. They're really good at the coaching level. But that defense, Dennis Allen in that defense, that's a monster defense. On par with the Rams defense. And the Rams defense gave the Bucs real problems. The Patriots defense gave the Bucs problems. And somewhat to a degree, the Patriots defense gave the Bucs problems. The Rams defense gave the Bucs problems. Now you got the Saints defense. Now, mind you, Bruce Arians, Byron Leftwich, has been calling some good games lately against bad defenses. But when Byron Leftwich coaches against a really good defense, he struggles. Let's be real. 2019 and 2020. What did Byron Leftwich do against good defenses? Didn't look good. For some strange reason, when the competition level is right there, matching the offense, Byron Leftwich tends to get confused. And here comes, now you got to go to a defense they're playing hot. The defense versus the Saints offense is like oil and water. One is ugly and nasty, and the other is good for you. The Saints got a playoff defense. No matter how you feel about one player, the Saints got a playoff defense. Now, granted, we got Tom Brady, we got Gronkowski, we got Evans, AB, and Godwin. Yeah, we had those guys last year. Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles was there in 2019. I mean, Bruce Arians and Brian Letch was there in 2019. What happened? For some strange reason, the Saints match up well. And this is why I've been telling y'all about the division stuff. Cowboys, Rams, Bills, oh, that's cool. Like, look, that's outside the division. You build your team to win the division from the trenches. That's what the Saints have done. This is why the Saints have been so dominant in the division. Dennis Allen, they drafted to beat the Bucs. They draft to beat the Falcons. They draft to beat the Panthers. They don't draft to beat the Rams. They don't draft to beat the Bills. And y'all gonna see the connection at the end of this video that I'm making with this. It's a beautiful connection. I'm setting y'all up for the alley oop. Alley. Y'all gotta catch these dimes. Catch it. Don't let it go over your head. Catch it. I'm gonna run that back. The Saints defense is a playoff defense. No matter how you cut it. Elite level linebacker. Really good D-line. Stout against the run. And really good against the pass. Shut down corner. A good safety. A good slot guy. All these things that we saw in the game against the Rams defense. Go look at the Rams defense and go look at the Saints defense. Similar, right? Good D-lines. The difference between the Saints and the Rams defense is the Saints got a better linebacker. They got a better linebacking core. Jalen Ramsey, Marshawn Lattimore. Both of those guys playing really good. Marshawn Lattimore got burnt by DK Metcalf last night. Everybody laughed. What did DK Metcalf do outside of that touchdown? Marshawn Lattimore shut him down. He had one catch after that long touchdown. So that should tell you what level Marshawn Lattimore is on right. Marshawn Lattimore, he's on one right now. So Mike Evans, you my guy. I love you, dog. You my guy. But Marshawn Lattimore got your number, dog. If you happen to just have a breakout game against him, I'm going to be ecstatic. But what does the paper tell me? What does history tell me between Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans? Not happening. That's what the paper tells me. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the game, the Bucs offense versus the Saints defense, because Byron Leftwich got to call a really good game. You can't call a game, hopefully, over these easy games that we've had over the last 3 weeks, quote unquote. It's not our fault. The schedule makers did that. Don't blame us. Don't hate on us because of the schedule. It's the schedule makers' fault. It's the schedule makers that say if you don't win your division, you get an easy schedule. It's not our fault. Now, granted, I would change them rules. I'll be like, if you make it to the playoffs, I don't care. If you make it to the playoffs, you get a hard schedule. You make it to the Super Bowl, you get a really hard schedule. If you win the Super Bowl, you get the hardest schedule. That's how it should be. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way they got this set up, it's weird. If you don't win your division, you get an easy schedule. You get a second place, third place schedule, whatever it is. It should be if you make it to the playoffs, all the teams that make it to the playoffs, you get a hard schedule. And you kind of rank it like that. The further you go in the playoffs, the harder your schedule is the following year. That's how it should be. If you win the Super Bowl, you should have the hardest schedule because you was the best team. But technically, if it was in a perfect world, in a parallel universe, do you believe in a parallel universe? In a parallel universe, the Bucs should have the hardest schedule in the NFL. The Bucs should have the hardest schedule in the NFL. Why? Because they finished number 1. But hey, we don't have control over that. Let's get back to this topic. Byron Leftwich, you're going to have to call a really good game. Bombs away, don't work on the Saints. They're getting healthy. And I watched them last night. That D-line they added Davenport back. Davenport is back. Davenport is a problem. He's a young pass rusher. He got a lot of energy. He's big and he's strong. He's not quick. He's not quick twitchy. He's really a 5 technique, a Richard Seymour type guy. But he's strong and he's young. He's quick. Donovan Smith, Tristian Wars. You guys have problems against the Saints O-line. I mean, you have problems against the Saints D-line. You do. You do. For some strange reason, the Bucs O-line struggle against the Saints D-line. And the Bucs been running the ball really good. When I talk about the Bucs O-line, I mean as a whole. They struggle against the Saints D-line. History, what does history tell you? We don't do good against the Saints D-line. We don't run the ball well. And the Bucs been running the ball. Byron Leftwich has been committed to run the ball against bad run defenses. Can Byron Leftwich have that same energy running the ball against a really good run defense? Because the Saints' run defense is right behind the Bucs. Number 3? You got to try to run the ball. You can't. Bombs away, 45 times. Throw the ball down the field, 45 times. Bombs away, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Oh, bombs away. Go ahead and do that. See, I'm breaking this down for y'all with the coaching, how the coaches should look at the game. Go ahead and go bombs away against the Saints. It won't be pretty. Throw the ball 45 times and 8 runs. You're setting Brady up for failure. You can't do that. The Saints are coming into this game defensively healthy. David Onyemata's back. Quan's back. Davenport's back. The linebackers playing really good. The secondary's playing really good. Go ahead and go bombs away. Go ahead and bombs away. Go ahead and go bombs away. Good luck with that. I'm just going by what the paper tells me. What does my eyes tell me up to this point in this season? Bombs away don't work with the Saints. It don't work with them because they match up well against the Bucs. Well, we got AB. Well, Tyler Lockett got shut down last night. Well, AB and Chris Godwin. Yeah, but the Saints, they played that before. CD Deuce, Abadito, Abadiah, whatever his name is, and PJ Williams and Marcus Williams and Malcolm Jenkins and Lattimore. They secondary's good. So go ahead and go bombs away against the Saints defense. They cover real good. So can Byron Leftwich commit himself to run the ball? Oh yeah, Bradley Roby too. Got to run the ball. I don't care. Look, 20 carries. You got to try to run the ball. You can't just say, you know what, scrap the run game, bombs away. Now, when I mean by bombs away, don't do bombs away. Slice and dice. I'm okay with if you throw the ball 45 times, like against the Eagles. The Eagles weren't letting you get no big plays, right? Check down. I'm okay with that. But bombs away don't work against the Saints because we saw that 4 games. 4 regular season games. 2019, 2020. Bombs away don't work on the Saints. Bruce Arians, Byron Leftwich. Bombs away don't work on the Saints. They know how to defend that. They know how to defend the Bucs offense. I'm okay with that. Be patient. Every now and then, you can get a couple deep throws in there. But just sometimes 9, 10, 11, 12 play drives, it ain't gonna hurt. Them 5 play bombs away drives, those typical, when we saw against the Bears and the Dolphins and the Eagles. Bombs away, touchdown. Halftime, Mike Evans running to the locker room, ain't even halftime yet. That ain't gonna work. If you're a real football fan, doing that style of offense against the Saints, what did it get the Bucs for 2 straight years in the regular season? What did Bombs Away get the Bucs in the regular season against the Saints? The Saints defended that easily. So I'll be shocked if Brown Leftwich come in there with a different type of game plan. I'll be totally shocked. I'm not even gonna front you. I will be totally shocked if Brown Leftwich come in there with a totally different game. Because it looks like whatever the Bucs been doing up until this point that's what they do. What can they change against the Saints defense? And remember now, I'm talking to y'all from a football perspective. I'm not talking to you from a biased perspective, because I'm giving it to the Saints and I'm giving it to the Bucs, right? I'm giving y'all the strengths and the weaknesses in the coaching staffs over these last 4 games from 2019 to 2020. The Bucs offense and Bruce Arians' scheme in 2019, Bombs Away didn't work. 2020, Andrew Brady, Bombs Away with a sprinkle of New England style, didn't work. So there's something that you got to do for this game Sunday that's got to be different from what the Saints seen. There's got to be a wrinkle there. And Brady throws a lot of balls in the middle of the field. He throws a lot of balls there. Did you see Demario Davis? You want to try him? Tom Brady, you want to keep throwing the ball in the middle of the field? You want to try him left and right? That dude is playing on a whole nother level. One of the best linebackers in the league. Tackling and covering. I remember him in the Jets. Demario Davis, regardless of how you feel about a play on the Saints, regardless of how you feel about the quarterback, you don't like him, I get it. But they got other areas that's really good. Demario Davis is playing out of his mind. Marshawn Lattimore is playing out of his mind. CD Deuce playing out of his mind. Marcus Williams, top 10 safety. D-line, top 10. They can stop the run. They got after the quarterback last night because they got some guys healthy. Run the ball. Run the ball. Just like you ran the ball against the Dolphins, the Eagles, and the Bears. You got to give me 15 attempts. You got to give me 15 attempts. 15 to 20 attempts. The Bucs got to try. You can't scrap the running game because the Saints defense is just tough. Because guess what? Todd Bowles going to stop the Saints running game, but guess what? The Saints going to keep trying to run the ball. Last night, the Saints couldn't run the ball, but guess what? Alvin Kamara still had 20 carries. Remember, we got tape against the Bucs and the Saints with Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich and Todd Bowles. We got tape on this, folks, for 2 years. And the Saints have dominated. We got 2 years worth of tape of Todd Bowles against Sean Payton's offense. We got 2 years of tape against Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich play calling. We got 2 years of that. You got to make some adjustments. Now here's some hidden yards, right? Special teams. That's going to play a big role. Keith Armstrong. You got Jalen Darden back there. I think he gonna get this might be the game right here. This might be the game he might get one out of this one. I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb because I like him. He provides a dynamic that we haven't had in a long time. Jalen Darden gonna give us some sneaky yards. Those hidden yards. Jalen Darden is gonna give us some hidden yards. Watch. I called it when he got in the game. I called it when Mickens got cut. Jadon Mickens got cut. I called it, and I'm gonna call it this game. Jalen Darden is gonna get us some hidden yards. You know, that 15-yard punt return, that 30 to 35-yard kickoff return, 40-yard kickoff return. Watch. I promise you. Now on the flip side, the Bucs special teams covering punts and kickoffs, the Saints do got a dangerous guy back there. His goal, if he plays Lavonte Harris. Now, he's a beast. Pro Bowl returner. So once again, the Saints do have elite guys in certain areas, which covers up the weakness of the offense. See, the Saints defense and their special teams and their coaching covers up the passing game. Kamara covers up the passing game. The lack of receivers, the average quarterback play, they cover that up because they good at defense. They're good at special teams. They're good at coaching. They got a good punt return unit, good kickoff return unit. They make timely plays. They well coached. They can stop the run. They can stop you from they can stop you from passing the ball. So in all with the coaching discussion right now, it won't be easy for the Bucs coaching staff to just walk into New Orleans and just say 38-3. Chicago Bears 38-3. First half, 35 points. Matter of fact, you think the Bucs gonna get 35 points against the Saints defense in the first half? If you're that confident, remember now, this is not the Dolphins, this is not the Eagles, this is not the Bears. You're gonna walk into New Orleans and you're gonna score 35 points in the first half. You'll be lucky to get 13. And if the Bucs get 13, 14 points in the first half, I'm ecstatic. I'm happy with that. Y'all, if you haven't been to New Orleans, it is loud as hell in there. That dome is loud. That crowd is going to be lit. They're going to have their costumes. One thing about New Orleans, I will give them this. They know how to, they support their team. That fan base is they ravages. They savage. They get hyped. They be dressed up, the music playing. They be partying. The culture in New Orleans is crazy when it comes to football. Watch the stadium going to be crunk. You can't hear nothing in there. New Orleans Stadium is up there with the Lambeau Field, like crowd participation, crowd playing their role. Lambeau, the 12th man in Seattle, the Steelers fan, the Terrible Towels, the Saints fan base. When it comes to opponents coming to New Orleans, it is hard to win in New Orleans. It is hard to go on the road to win in Seattle. It is hard to go on the road and win in Pittsburgh. It's hard to go on the road and win in Baltimore. It's hard to go on the road and win in Buffalo. It's hard to go on the road and win in the Rams. It's hard. Those stadiums and that fan base, those fan bases, they get it in. The fans will play a factor. Road games are hard to win, folks. And the Bucs got to play smart. Byron Leftwich, Bruce Arians got to come up with an offensive game plan. Todd Bowles and his staff got to come up with a good defensive game plan. You got to control that crowd. Got to. Top 10 crowd as far as the Saints fan base, top 10. When it comes to opponents coming to New Orleans, they have problems. It's hard to win in New Orleans. It's hard to win a road game, period. Especially when you're in a tough stadium. So it's gonna be fun, folks. So basically, in a nutshell, let me finish this up real quick because I gotta go get an NFT. Gotta launch in about a couple minutes here. So it comes down to the Bucs passing offense against the Saints pass defense, and the Saints passing offense against the Bucs pass defense. Those are your two evils right there. Good versus evil. Because everything else is pretty much kind of like, kind of even down the road, but those are the big differences. Saints defense is really good. The Bucs offense is really good. The Saints offense is not good. The Bucs defense has been pretty good. So with that being said, that is the first discussion topic. Tomorrow we will get into details when it comes to Evans and Brady and all that. I just want to talk about the coaching staff for the most part. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and share all the videos, and make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Oh, we got a super chat. How cool. $1.99 for the one time online. I'm going to the Gila game. You having a meetup? I don't know. I'll get back with you. We'll have more. I'll talk about more. I gotta go. Shouts out to all the Powers of Sea Bandits. Keep supporting the channel. I gotta go. I got an NFT launch coming up in about 4 minutes. I'm a little late. So with that being said, I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise a flag, hashtag no risk it, no biscuit, hashtag facts over feelings, hashtag bombs away, and hashtag what you doing? One word, what you doing? I'll see y'all tomorrow with another video. We got more to talk about, folks. This is hate week. This is rivalry week. Let's get crunk. I'll see y'all tomorrow.